Hello today. In today's video, we are going to talk about my 6 years post-stroke experiences and the lessons I've learned during those 6 years. I have learned many lessons, but we are going to talk about only 4 so that we can concentrate on what has stuck out in my life so far about my stroke survivor. Let me tell you, it is very important to try and learn from other people who are experiencing the same things you did or you are experiencing instead of waiting to run on your own, because it can be very, very depressing. Therefore, sit back and listen. And if you have a friend, a family member who is suffering from the same thing as I have been suffering, you can give them and comment and recommend this video to them so that maybe they can learn 1 or 2 things from me. Before we go forward, I'm asking you kindly to subscribe, to like and comment and hit the notification bell so that every time I make a video, it is able to come to you and you are able to learn what we are learning about keeping ourselves healthy. Kindly do that. Now, let's go to the 4 lessons which I have learned along the way. And as I've told you, there are more lessons which I've learned. These are just the ones which I think stuck out as I have gone along this journey. The first lesson which I learned is, do not believe everything the doctor tells you. In my second year post-stroke, I went to see a doctor who I have been seeing over that period of time. And at that particular time, I was feeling very bad. My heavy leg was extremely heavy. My shoulder was extremely heavy. My walking and balance was extremely off. And I was feeling very bad. And this led me to ask the doctor, am I going to improve? Is it going to be like this? Please tell me, are these symptoms going to go away? And you know what the doctor told me? You must learn to live with what you have right now. And I can tell you, I was extremely discouraged by that answer, because I thought, what is the use of living this kind of life? Is it worth living, really? But I gave myself encouragement. I said, if this doctor is not giving me hope, I'll try and learn more about my condition and see whether it can be improved. And therefore, when I went out of the doctor's office, I decided that I'm not going to go back to that doctor anymore. And that was the last time I saw that doctor. But I went to Google and I went to YouTube. And I started searching for people who have learned, who have had a stroke and what they have done about it. And I can tell you there is a lot of information, and that is where I got my hope from. I learned that there are people, even 30 years post-stroke, 20 years post-stroke, 10 years post-stroke, 5 years post-stroke, but they are continuing to improve, and their markers are continuing to improve every day as they do the right thing. The next thing I learned, which I'm telling you not to believe everything the doctor tells you, is every time I went to a doctor, they were always trying to increase my medication. Like this particular doctor recommended that I take statins. But when I went and searched the side effects of statins, I realized that dementia was one of the side effects and many other advanced side effects. So I decided I was not going to take statins, and I didn't take statins. Then he also recommended I take baby aspirin. When I looked at the side effects of baby aspirin, I saw they were also not good. So I decided I'm not going to take this baby aspirin. What I'm going to do is I'm going to deal with the natural ways of thinning my blood. Because you see, when I got the stroke, I had a clot in my brain, and this is what affected me. So the doctors are always trying to push more and more medication to you. And if you don't take it upon yourself to find out the side effects of this medication, you might end up compromising your health even more. So do not believe everything the doctor tells you. Take it with a pinch of salt and make it your time to go and find out that medication which is being recommended to you. What side effect does it do? how does it help you? Is there a natural way of trying to get your health better? I can tell you today, I am not on any medication. I'm off my blood pressure medication. I'm off all kind of medication, and this is thanks to the diet. I learned through YouTube what diets to do so that I can get off that medication. And I have made one video about carnivore diet. Carnivore diet is very good for getting you off medication. Look for it and listen to it. The second lesson I learned is what you see is not what you get. You can see somebody who has got chronic illness and they look very good from outside. That is, they look amazing from the outside. But inside the body is crying. The body has got a lot of pain. You have got a lot of nerve issues, but these are not visible. You can only comment about what you are seeing, but what is non-visible, you are not able to comment on it. But when you tell somebody they look good, at least you give them hope, and they keep on hoping that whatever is invisible will also improve. I can tell you, even I did not have a sense of smell. I could not taste my food properly. My sense of hearing was also compromised. So I was always saying, pardon me, because sometimes I cannot follow any discussion. And this impacts on your social interactions. But as I have changed my diet, as I have continued to listen to the testimonies of other stroke survivors, I've been able to overcome and do the right things and continue improving. So look for what interventions are available and go for them. Also, I was having a problem of walking and balance. Yet anybody seeing me walking could not imagine the challenges I was going through, because every time I took a step, I'm trying to tell my mind, step properly so that you don't fall. Your balance is going to be off, so step properly. So I'm stepping properly, and you're seeing as if I'm walking properly, but it's an uphill task. So there are those visible and invisible symptoms. Now, stay with me. I tell you the third and the fourth lesson which I have learned along the way. I have learned that the third thing I have learned is that in Kenya, we do not have a strong or a visible stroke association. That is an association which brings people who have stroke together so that they can share their experiences and share their knowledge about how to improve and encourage each other and give each other hope. I tried to look, and the one I found, I tried even to write emails or to call the number which I was seeing, but I got no response from my email, I got no response on the telephone, and so I was on my own. Yet I know that a lot of people in this country have suffered stroke, but they have no association or a way of getting together and help each other. Finally, let me give you my fourth lesson, which I have learned along my 6 years post-stroke survival. The fourth thing I have learned is that exercise is not just exercise. When you have a condition like I have, you have to do the right exercises so that you recover your brain health and you recover your balances and you recover your walking gait, your arm swings, all those, because when you have one side which is compromised, either the left or the right, that means your balance is off, you've got a heavy leg, you've got a heavy shoulder, and these ones make your walking and balancing very difficult. Strokes are different. They happen according to where your brain was affected, where the brain cells died. And therefore, whatever exercise you do, they have to be targeted. You have to target those exercises so that they improve the places which are compromised. I was compromised mostly in the area of my nerves, in the area of my balance, in the area of my memory, in the area of my speech. So what did I do? I targeted everything to those areas. My exercises were targeted to clean my brain, to kind of grow the brain cells which were dead so that the neurons can interact with